here we go. As I said, we still have we're still waiting for the part for the door on the driver's side. I just kind of like hung the door panel in there just so it's somewhat presentable. And what I like to do without walking into other cars is just to give the car a quick walk around. That way you can see the fluorescent lights. They're very unforgiving on paint, but it really gives you an idea of how nice and deep the paint job is. And to be clear, these are painted, so you don't feel any of that. And it also means they don't come off if you ever wash the car a little vigorously. Nice top, okay, which was actually optional on the Z28, and I wouldn't call it super rare, but most of them didn't have it. Okay. Well, the door is open, so you're not going to see the lines that well now, but you see the reflection in the paint. This side you'll see it better. See? No waves, no nothing. Beautiful body. Let's go for the engine bay. Okay. Everything nice and correct. Even this guy, like sometimes you'll find this, it's all nice, like all crusty, and that's just an indication either of an old job, restoration wise, or just something where they took shortcuts. The air filter is on backwards actually to remind us that we are waiting for the correct one to come in for the car. So you'll have the correct co-induction hood, the one that basically seals up here. Okay. Part of things we do. Let's look at the trunk where we were talking about the original parts for the heater, and sure enough, they're here. So very nice and detailed with the correct splatter paint. Okay, and all the parts to bring it back to stock. The correct spare tire, bias ply with the tie down. It's kind of hard for me to show you really what you're seeing here because it's a bit too much light. Let's see if I can create some shade, but yeah, I don't know how much you're gonna see, but it's all nice. This appears to be the original bonding agent that they used in between panels. Nicely painted all over with the correct decals. Okay, closes very nicely, no weird sounds. Let's look at the doors. And just like, this is a nice door. Solid, no rattling sounds. Closes well. Just want to make sure I'm not touching the other car. I like to look at is the door jambs. This is where you're not going to spend a lot of time, but when you restore a car, this is the difference. You know, new weather stripping. Same thing here, painted all nicely all the way through. Let's get inside. So this is actually a smaller version of the glove box, because the heater system actually comes in. So the original one would have been cardboard, but when you put vintage air, you get that result over there. Center console, well, it's nice gauges, and the night's a little bit too much light. Let me see if I can get closer. It's a little dark, but it's very nice. Like, stuff I look for is like the silver pen touches all around, the clusters. The steering wheel is real nice. Pedals all have the correct trim. It has the correct Chevrolet plastic, or rubber I should say, floor mats. It's a little dark, I don't know how much you're gonna see. Perfect headliner, very nice. Light comes on when you open the door. Nice sail panels, perfect rear seats, nice hat tray. Okay, and why I point out stuff like this, it has shoulder belts as well. That was another option. The sail panels often are a little like wavy and kind of like tired, because they are really just a piece of cardboard that is clad in vinyl. Those go bad pretty quick if the car is ever exposed to humidity. Let me get out so you can get a view. I'm sure actually the pictures probably are better when it comes to interior. I just wanted to kind of give you a feel that, you know, the car is real and it really looks as good as it does in the pictures. Okay, correct rally wheels, polyglass tires on them. If it is a car that you plan on driving, more than occasionally, I do suggest that you get a set of radial tires, something like, let's see, like those. That's a good example. Same kind of rim, but modern radial tires. It gives you a little bit more. Well, in the simplest way I can put it is the way my coworker once put it, which is radial tires are the cheapest and best upgrade you can put to a car. And I'm sorry about all the fingerprints and stuff, but as I said, we're still working on the car. Okay, let me close that hood. You've heard it run. Oh, and to be clear, this is what we call a battery topper. So this looks like a period correct battery, but underneath it, it's a modern battery. The way we do this is just for show. The cool thing is you can still buy the original style Delco batteries. They're $800 a pop and they go bad once a year because they're built like old school style. So this is a good kind of like way to have the looks but not the paints. And just, very nicely detailed engine bay. Imagine, it's gonna have the correct air cleaner and just nice and clean, ready to go. Okay. What else? I'm not gonna be able to show you much of the undercarriage, but we can try. Wait. Okay, so, well, for what it's worth, a little bit of water spots, but she is nice new exhaust, all the original drip lines. And there's some undercoating in black on the whole car, floor pans. It's a very clean car. All new brake lines. And granted, silver is not the most reflective color in the world, but you can kind of see, you can see me, and black probably works better. This is mirror-like. It's a very nice, very nice paint job. Very nice body, and as I said, the drip lines are original. I cannot tell. I can go back into the trunk if I can find the keys, and I can show you what I was talking about. Like, this is where they, when they replace the quarter panels, they tend to like weld these seams together so you actually don't see it, and that's a good indication that it's been replaced. And same here, this is the original bonding agent that they use. Doesn't look pretty, but it is correct for the car. And I'm not gonna, what I'm trying to say is, if some repairs were done, yeah, it's a little dark, I apologize, but from here down, so basically this part here of the car, where it's, it's likely to have needed some repair at some point in the past. They've done it so well that I cannot tell. Okay. All the badges are nice and correct to the car. It's just a very pretty color combination, and just a very cool car. Okay.